you who don't know, there was something that I did a while back, which was the HyperX queued up competition. So if you saw me being annoying and posting it all the time, yeah, I probably was, because it was a great opportunity. Okay, it was great. And let me tell you why it was so great. Because I got to take over HyperX. Now, what I mean by takeover is they flew me out and did everything. But I'm gonna say I took over because I was that GOAT, okay? Me and 5 other people got to go there, and it was all about us, which was really sick. Because every time something is about me, it's like my car getting broken down, or my food got delivered to the wrong house, and DoorDash said, "Fuck you, we're not returning your money." It's all of those things. So for me to actually get one win, it wasn't wasted. So for starters, going and having to leave within 6 days, what I end up packing doesn't even matter. What matters is what I packed it in. I had to go and get a suitcase that was literally, chat, half of my height. When I walked out of the store, the lady goes to scan it in Target, and she makes me laugh so much because she goes, "This is a really big suitcase." No, like, it's like half your height. Really? You had to tell me, Target lady, that it was half my height? There was no reason. And I said, "Damn, that's crazy, Dave Chappelle. I didn't know you were a fucking professional comedian in this goddamn Target." I had no idea. So I'm violated for no reason, chat. For no reason she came at me. I go back, I start packing all my stuff. And of course, you know me, chat. I wait until the night before to pack. Now, if you know anything about waiting until the night before to pack, it's a bad idea. Don't do it. You will always sit there and start panic packing and then go, "What do I bring?" And you'll never actually know what you're supposed to bring. You know, that's kind of how it goes. So I was a little bit stressed. I ended up taking a nap for like 2 hours. I get up the next day and I say, well, at least I can sleep on the plane. Now, chat, if you know anything about planes and travel, you know that sleeping on planes is probably just about the dumbest thing you can expect to do, because no one ever gets to sleep on planes. This guy's shoulders were so big that they went over into my seat, and I felt bad, right? Like, I'm not gonna say anything. So instead, I'm just rubbing shoulders with an absolute unit, okay? An absolute giga Chad. And I'm like, man, you're uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. It's just not gonna work. So I sit there and I just suffer while we're rubbing shoulders, and eventually it just feels like I'm like this, you know, with my arms slightly up. It's me and him bumping, and we're like looking at each other a little weird, like, this is kind of awkward, but we're just gonna roll with it, right? I get off the plane, I'm stressed out, I'm tired, and I'm just like, all right, well, at least now I'll go to Topgolf and I'll get it done. Now, here's the problem. Tasha, on the way to the HyperX event, tells me that she used to golf with her father every weekend, and then proceeds to say, "Oh, I'm probably gonna do really bad." And Tevin follows it up by saying he loves Topgolf, and he went golfing recently. How recent, you ask? Within less than 2 weeks. And I say, great. No, that's gonna be fine. Competition, looking a little strong, but if you think that I'm gonna show weakness, chat, you are dead right. So what do? I go up to the plate and I miss the first ball. Miss it. Clean miss it. Just gone. Misses it. Okay, listen, I know that you're all gonna laugh and say, "Oh, haha, that's so funny, she's trash." But hear me out. You know what I did the second time? I hit it and it goes all the way into the white area. And if you don't know, that's like 15 points. It was crazy. I cleared it like I was Tiger Woods, okay, in my prime, prior to me cheating on my wife. That is actually a lie. Nope, it's not. It's a lie. I did not. I missed it again, and then I missed it a third time. And then Tasha accidentally shot on mine, and then she got me 3 points. Yeah, no, I didn't get any type of far anything. In fact, I tried to aim for the shortest one and actually still missed it. So Topgolf was what I would consider to be a slight bust. Now, that's no one's fault but my own, but you know how it goes. Is that my proudest moment? No. Is that the moment I'm gonna tell you about? Yes. So we get back, we go the next morning over to the HyperX area. Now, the HyperX area is very nice. The photo shoot area is wonderful. But we were about 15 minutes late because of the fact that LA traffic is insane. I'm not even kidding you when I say I would never put myself through living in LA with that type of traffic. Where are people in LA going? Where are you going in LA? Like, It's the craziest shit ever. I just did not understand. I did not understand. So it's just bad. It's just bad to get around. But we get there. And as we get there, we have to do a Photoshop and, you know, like record a bunch of stuff too. We have to do interviews and everything like that, which is really cool. Now, chat, let me tell you something that I didn't like about this day. We do a bunch of other recordings. And one of the things that we do before lunch break is record some YouTube videos for HyperX. Now, you may see them when they come out. You may not. You may not see them because let's just say that some of the people there, and I will not take responsibility, might have been a little bit more inappropriate than they should have been. For example, we had to ask questions where you do truth or tweet, and Tasha decided to ask a question that was, would you rather drink a gallon of piss or a gallon of cum? Yes. Tasha decided to ask that question, which is a pretty out-of-pocket question for a video. Now, that question goes to Toki. They ask me a question, what streamer I don't like. And I'm gonna be honest, chat, there's not a streamer that I hate. I didn't have an answer. Now, chat, if you know anything about me, the one thing that I do is I fuck up all the time. Now, when I say that, what I mean is that I told them one of the tweets I was gonna give them ahead of time. And do you know in those movies where you're pointing a gun and then somebody slowly turns the hand back to you and they point it at you? That's the shit that happened to me, because that was when I had to tweet that One Piece was a bad anime. What makes this so much worse is not that I couldn't tell people what was going on. It's not that people didn't even know I was at HyperX, so all they thought was that I was just being toxic, okay? It's that, of course, Lexify decided to respond to the tweet. Lexify, 300K follower Lexify. Lexify that doesn't even follow me, but somehow that tweet ended up on his timeline, Lexify. For what reason? And he just gave me an L. You know what? I'm gonna hold that because I think that that was built up from what is like the months of me tormenting Dragon Ball fans. So anyways, here comes the good part. Shout out to HyperX, but also their mistake gave us food cards. Now, if you don't know me, okay, I talk about meal prepping. I post some food stuff sometimes. I don't go out and treat myself all the time. But when I'm given a meal card to buy whatever, I'm going to treat myself. So Em and I find a wonderful Italian restaurant. Very bougie, expensive. We get to the restaurant. It's Tasha, myself, a few other friends, Tevin, and we're all there enjoying our time. And our whole table decides we are going to treat ourselves to a drink called the Fuck Around and Find Out. Now, listen, it looks like a decent drink to me, okay? It looks like a decent drink. And it comes with something called a misfortune cookie. I have never regretted getting something so much in my life. I've never regretted it so much in my life. Let me tell you why. This misfortune cookie arrives at the table and everyone else is like, oh, their relationship is gonna end, right? So they open theirs, we all open theirs at the same time. Their relationship is gonna end. Their life will take a turn for the worse. Something premising that, okay? You know, it's all of those types of things. And then I open mine and it's flipped over, but I notice that mine is oddly short. It's weirdly short. And then I open it and flip it over to see 3 skulls printed on my misfortune cookie. Now me, I go, damn, they said I'm funny. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm dead. But like, no, actually, they literally, then the whole table's like, whoa, stay away from me. Maybe you should stay away from me. Like, bro, can it not just mean that I'm funny? Surely it doesn't mean that I'm gonna die, right? Surely, chat, right? Chat, there's no, don't start spamming deads, chat. It's not, surely it could mean, my whole thought process was leave it to me to have the worst possible fortune cookie of anybody. The worst one of anybody, chat. There's no way. There's no way. So I decide, what if I do die, chat? Okay, what if I do die? What do I do then? Am I gonna live my life in poor shambles and never get to treat myself? No. I decide to treat myself to a really good meal. And what I decide to treat myself to is none other than a lobster dish. Now, it's not just any lobster dish. It's a lobster dish that is $155. I have never spent that much money on food before. Never. And listen, we had a really good time. I ended up having so much food, chat. I gave away lobster and crab legs because there was so much. So I'm like, all right, cool. W meal. I had a really good time. The next day, we are on the way to Disney. Now, let me just tell you, listen, I'm not completely shitting on Disney, but am I a Disney adult myself? Absolutely not, okay? I am not. But chat, something I did during this Disney trip that I'm not proud of, and I'm sure if you've watched my streams before, you know that I have these, are the Listerine strips. Something I did during the Disney trip is I brought along these Listerine strips. So in the event we eat any food, I can eat them and not have really bad breath. Now let me explain. I wasn't paying attention because I was moving around, and I accidentally, and I want to emphasize that I was not looking at the pack, grabbed the entire pack because I pinched it rather than just going like this. And because I was talking to, I'm pretty sure M, I proceed to stick the entire pack in my mouth. So it's about 30 Listerine strips that all start dissolving instantly into what is, I can only describe is the most gummy mess I have ever tasted. It was disgusting. And I am absolutely repulsed by what is happening. But it's so minty, chat. It's coming out of my nose. It feels like I'm seeping mint out of my eyeballs. Okay? And while I'm literally suffering with this because I realize my mistake, somebody, who I will not name, says, hey, since we're at Disney, would you guys like to take a shot? And everybody says yes. So I just said yes because I wanted to take the shot. But I said, let me finish the Listerine pack because I had 30 of them. I had 30 of them. So what do I do, chat? What do I do? I literally just take the shot and I go, I'm holding it in my hand and everyone starts going cheers. Now I'm looking at everyone who I think is cheersing. And I swallow the gummy mess of Listerine strips. It's so bad that if you're standing 3 feet from me and I go, you can smell the mint. That's how bad it is. And I got handed vodka. Dude, I drink the vodka and look up and everybody else that cheersed smelled theirs and said, oh, never mind, and decided to not take the shot. So I was one of like 2 people who took my shot, and instantly I almost vomit, like vomit immediately, because I have minty Listerine breath mixed with literally rubbing alcohol. It might as well have been rubbing alcohol. It was the worst experience ever. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then everyone just walks away and I'm left there holding back my throw up, trying to act like like it literally didn't happen when it did, because nobody else took their shot. So they didn't understand the fact that it happened. They literally, I watched one person pour their shot into a bottle of water and throw the bottle of water away. Yeah, so my misfortune cookie that read that I was gonna die, no wonder, because that's probably where I almost died. Anyways, chat, we go for the whole Disney day. The Disney day was amazing. We ended up actually hanging up back after, okay? They let us hang back after. And what was really cool about hanging back after was that Disney, when it's darker, is actually pretty nice. It's pretty cool. You get to walk around, do whatever, okay? We had a really good time. And chat, I got to meet some really cool people, which was awesome. I have no regrets about going to Disney. Shout out to HyperX once again, doing amazing shit for us who won. And I'm nothing but thankful. But chat, we get back, we rest, we chill. And the next day is the day of HyperX. Now, let me just explain to you guys. When this HyperX thing came up, you guys know me, okay? I skim over things and emails and such. And they had sent me a VOD of what it was last year. Did I watch that VOD? No. I just assumed that I knew what was going to happen, which was one of the dumbest things I could have possibly done. Because upon looking at a tweet that HyperX made on Disney Day, I realized that the actual VOD, okay, is a pretty big venue, okay? It's a very large venue, chat. I don't know why I didn't know that it was a bigger venue, okay? I don't know why I didn't pay attention to it. But the reason why this is a problem is because on the way to LA, I had got sent a message where they asked me to write down fun facts about myself. Now, I had assumed, me being dumb, that it was a smaller stream than what it was. So the fun facts that I wrote down were in fact not fun facts. They were in fact self-roasting fun facts. Like, for example, I said that my car breaks down so much, I'd be better off being Fred Flintstone, because at least then it would start. Another good example is I told them how I once choked on a peppermint. Twice. And in fact, now am scared that those will be my final destination. So I refuse to eat peppermints. And realizing that I was going to have Blau and Fusli read my horrible fun facts in front of a chat that would be a few thousand people was not exactly what I expected to have happen. Now, chat, let me explain. The interview went about as you could expected because I not only almost tripped.
That's a mouthful.
We have people in the chat saying I would literally die for her. I love her, but they love you. They love you. Come, oh, Cinna.
There are people. Oh, you.
God.
But also, I turned off my mic mid-interview because I couldn't sit still because I was so nervous because they kept asking me shit that I didn't expect them to ask me. So I accidentally muted my microphone. And do you know what most of my chat did during that stream? They said, finally. And then they said, yep, that's Cinna. Dude, I literally, chat, I'm not even kidding you. I had to sit there and I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But that's not even the worst of it. It's not even the worst of it. Leslie brings up the clip from when I'm on a Lover Host. You know the one. The one where I was going through my breakup and I had to stream through a shed. You know the one. The one where I was streaming from a really scuffed microphone and my internet kept lagging the whole time. You know the one. The one where I called Pokey a hypocrite because she made a decision that didn't make sense with the other decision because I was already gonna get voted off anyway. Do you know the one? Dude. Like, what the? So anyways, the interview went very well, as you can tell. It was a great time, and I had a really great experience. And overall, I'd say that I made a complete jackass of myself. So, needless to say, the beginning of this video may have been a slight stretch of the truth, but not necessarily, because I did technically play Fortnite in a room with some of the biggest streamers out right now, okay? So is that really so wrong of me to say, you know? Is it really so wrong? It was a good time. And I can just say, first of all, thank you to you guys for even voting for me to begin with, because I wouldn't have even had the really cool trip that I had I not been voted for by you guys. It was a really awesome opportunity. And also, shout out to HyperX for letting me be there. As far as I'm concerned, it was a good trip. Would I recommend HyperX sponsors me further past a year? Because I am ready to come back to their compound and take over again? Probably not. Probably not.